Hey everyone, my name's Mark Faber. I'm the Senior Wine Buyer of United Cellars, and today we're going to talk about tannin. Tannins are a naturally occurring compound, and it's a wide-ranging term that takes into account a lot of different flavors and its astringency and its bitterness. But they're naturally occurring in a lot of plants, leaves, barks, and basically plant material. Some examples of tannin that you can find in your everyday life are things like tea. For anyone who's left black tea to steep for a long time, you'll be able to taste those tannins pretty clearly. And a lot of nuts and seeds have naturally occurring tannins in their skins. So if you ever are interested in tasting what tannins really taste like, you can just chew the skin of the almond will really give you a clear picture of what tannin is. Okay, so tannins in wine come from four primary sources. They can come from the seeds, the skins, the stems, and from oak, which is the barrels that wine's aged in as it matures. The first method from the pips is kind of the least common. For anyone who's chewed on the seed of a grape, you'll know how astringent and bitter and hard that tannin can be from those seeds, so they're very, very rarely used. However, there's a lot more research into using these in non-alcoholic wines as they add a lot more texture and weight to the overall wine. The second way is skin tannin. Now, this is far and away the most common way that you find that tannin is put into wine, most likely red wines. When the juice is kept on skins, it leaches not only the color to make it a red wine or a rosé, but also tannins into the wine. So this is the most common way of getting tannin into wine. It gives a specific shape to the wine. If you think about it, every grape variety has a specific makeup of different tannin molecules, and you can actually identify a wine from a grape variety from the shape of tannins in your mouth. The third method is using the stems. This is using a process called whole bunch winemaking, where the whole bunches of all the grapes and their stems are used in the fermentation process. These green stems can add a lot of quite astringent green tannin to the final wine, and it's not for every grape variety. It's mainly associated with Pinot Noir. The final way of getting tannin in wine is using oak. Oak barrels are what a lot of red and some white wines are aged in, and this tannin can leach from the barrels into the final wine. This gives a different shape, but a definitive line of tannin within the wine. It's kind of funny talking about tannin in a wine tasting because officially you can't really taste tannins. You can only feel them. Hopefully this has broken down a few of the questions you might have about tannin because it can be a pretty complex topic. For more, see our website.